Coming up on the show, we're talking about the best rider you know and how can they help.
We're taking a look at Chris Ackrig's new edit to help us do just that.
And we'll be diving into your greatest moments. It's all coming up on the Dirt Shed Show! Yes, welcome to this week's Dirt Shed Show with chain reactions, cycles, and added Chris Smith.
Yo, cheers.
How are you?
I'm all good, Matt. You alright?
Yes, very good. It's good to have you here. We've got a good show lined up. And this week's theme, right, is the best rider you know.
Right.
Not know of. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Absolutely no, right? Because we've all got that rider we go out with or we see at the local bike park that we've chatted to now and again or down a skate park and you're just like, man, they are on it.
The best,
know, like
yeah.
he, she has just got it going on. They can do all the stuff you want to do. Their style's right. Sometimes their style speaks to you a little bit like, oh, I wish I could do it like that. We've all got one of those people. So this week I want to talk about who they are. I want you guys to tell us who they are and send us evidence of who they are into the uploader. And we're going to talk about how are they even useful to us? Because there's no good us just standing there clapping and thinking, God, they're great, right? How's it useful to us? Right, so this week, Chris Ackrig, have you seen this edit?
Crazy, isn't it?
It's awesome. I love it. It's great. Chris Ackrig is an incredible bike rider, riding for MONGOOSE. They were top pro mountain bike rider. He has been a trials rider since, when did he start? Probably 1993, something like that.
Literally done everything, hasn't he?
And he was one of the best riders all the way through his trials career and competitions. Now he's this great rider who's going out on full suspension mountain bikes. He's got a weird style, a weird approach. And this video, Chris Ackrig Process Tree, is just an example of what Chris is like. He goes into the woods, he finds a tree and thinks, can do something.
Exactly. Does some crazy lines, works really hard and gets an amazing result from literally every single thing he rides.
Yeah, he takes a spade out there and I like this because it really fits into our theme this week because I would say Chris is the best bike rider I know, right? I've admired his riding forever. And you can see him working this tree, look, trying to make it be something it's not, but he's just determined to find a trick that will work for a bit of video, a bit of photo. Look how many times he tries this stuff.
Crashes.
Oh, insane. Man, and he tell you what, he does ring his bell, that's what he says. He rings his bell one time heavily. It's a great video, so definitely go and check it out after you've watched the Dirt Shed Show. Afterwards, I said. But Chris is the best bike rider I know, personally. I've learnt so much from his riding, his determination, his tenacity, and his just like, I guess it's bloody mindedness. They just won't give up. It's taught me to really dig in when I think, I can't get it. And he's also taught me at times really practical stuff of like when to go this and happening. And no, that's a difficult, it's a fine line. It's a fine line. What about yourself, Chris? Who's the best rider you know?
Good question. I think probably Sam Pilgrim. I was lucky enough to ride with him actually just yesterday, and the determination of that guy to land the tricks and the stuff he does is just simply mind-blowing, and what he does this stuff on. Literally, we were at this mulch pile, and he wanted to do a front flip on it for this video section he was doing. He wheeled out 4 or 5 rotten pallets out the hedge, propped them up on the mulch, like something you'd be scared of just doing like a no-hander on. This guy wants to do a front flip. He comes in first go, hits it, the pallets crack, snap, nearly goes over the handlebars first goes, and he's like, oh, they're a bit rotten.
That is crazy.
Moves them across and then fills them with wood chip. Next goes, sends a front flip, crashes about 15 times in a row, and eventually pulls it. You know, his bike's been flying off in the air, smashing to bits, pulling it back. But just like raw determination. You know, that is a guy. I just think he's so confident in what he does.
His confidence is amazing, isn't it? Because it doesn't seem like he's thinking about his personal safety.
It's almost like he's not thinking full stop. It's literally just
doing it.
Just one is one outcome for him, and that is landing the trick.
I've got a story about Sam Pilgrim actually. I rode on a tour with him for a few years. We had some really, you rode on the tour as well, but we had a full season, me and Sam. He rode every show, 5 shows a day, and his trick list was incredible. 360 tail whips, all sorts of different backflips. So 5 shows a day for an entire season. I saw him make one mistake. Once, just a dab in one show, once. It was unbelievable. The guy was like a machine.
Yeah, and I think, you know, what he does is super high risk, and any athlete can get hurt quite easily doing all that stuff. And to come to mind, I think Sam's been riding for a good, he's done a career of like at least 10, 15 years now. And I think there's probably only like one standout crash or injury that guy's had. He's that dialed, I think that's part of why he is so good now, because he doesn't actually realise how dangerous something can be.
It's crazy. So I guess those two riders for us, they've really taught us about that persistence. They're very similar riders. I would say there's an awful lot you can learn from that rider, and only you guys are going to know what that rider is to you and why they've had this impact on your riding. But I think it'd be really cool if you guys have got a rider you think, yeah, that's that rider, like we've been talking about. They have taught me stuff and shown me stuff. Tag them in the comment section down below. Let them know, because it feels amazing when you've kind of like inspired someone's riding. Exactly. That's a really cool feeling for those guys. But in the uploader, I'm going to put a section for best rider I know. Okay, right. So you can go to the uploader and give us evidence onto GMBN of who the best rider is, and we will show some of that next week. Maybe we'll even make a whole video about it. That'd be cool. I don't know, but it'll be really great to know about that. Right, lastly on this theme of like the best rider what's the point? Okay, what's the point in recognising someone's the best rider other than they feel great, right? Well, don't miss an opportunity here, right? There are things you can do to model yourself on those things that rider can do, right? Plagiarism in bike riding, not a crime.
No, definitely.
You're allowed to go like that, I'm gonna do it, okay? It's fine. And you'll do it your way, your style will come through. So we've gone through a little bit of a list of things that you can do if that rider that you've noticed can help your riding. And the first one I would say, Chris, is bike setup.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, take a look at their bike. If they've impressed you, look at their bike. Why is it set up the way it is? How is it helping them? Because you might find there's something about that bike where you're like, why didn't I put my bars like that? Or my levers are too high, or
my suspension's too soft.
There's all sorts of reasons, very hard to define at this point what it is, but if you take a look at that bike, I bet you'll spot something about it that you think, I could try that, and it may well improve your next ride. So that's the first thing I would suggest.
Yeah, next up, I think you need to learn about their attitude as well. Are they like super laid back in their riding, or are they like really try hard? Does a crash knock their confidence, or do they just get up and laugh it off? There's a lot to be taken from the attitude of the riders as well, I think, and how they are on and off the bike as well.
Yeah, and some riders have got that seriousness about them, haven't they? That kind of like they're taking it very seriously, and that often is reflected in their attitude towards their training. So they might be doing very well in their training because they've decided, I want to be really good at this, and they're putting the time in. So it might be something like that. But you're right, sometimes a very relaxed attitude, that Sam Pilgrim kind of vibe, is that just like throwaway's fine, I'll be fine. And that's what's getting the thing done.
Keeping the fun in it as well, super important. I think if they're having a fun and laugh riding with their mates, then they're going to be learning a lot and taking a lot from the mates too. So keeping it fun, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, next one I would say is body position. Okay, notice how they're doing the things that they're doing, and a lot of that is, it's very easy to watch a trick or someone doing a corner so fast that you can't believe it and just see the whole thing happening, but start to think about where is their head or their body weight in proportion to the bike, and how they're going through the corner, and like how their weight is moving through that trick or that obstacle, because that is how it's happening. So look at the angle of their shoulders to the bars. Try and break it down into pieces and think, right, okay, can I get my head over the bars at that point, or can I really look over my shoulder for that trick? Something Chris taught me once. These things are really important. So look at their body position and try and understand what does it mean and how is it helping them do the thing that they're doing.
Yeah, I think lastly you need to look at the things like entry speed as well, the way that they're coming into jumps. They come in really fast, are they coming in slow, are they squashing a jump, or are they popping it? Lots of things you can learn from the way that the riders enter, the jumps and the speed and the trails that they're riding.
Yeah, well, it's really easy, isn't it? Sometimes you can think, God, they're going so fast. Yeah. But sometimes it's because they're going slow in the right places that means they can carry the speed. So going into a corner as fast as you can sometimes isn't the right thing. Coming in on the right line, look at their line choice. Think about how they're doing the thing they're doing.
Break down the riding, literally.
Model yourself on those riders and use them for greatness, Chris. For greatness. We would love to hear who those people are. Please put them in the comment section down below. Give them some props. And the uploader, don't forget, we want to know who is the best bike rider you know. Yes, welcome to this week's news. We are now in the future officially. I tell you what, it's been a busy weekend, so I've got lots of race results to go through, which I'll get to in a moment. Action coming in from obviously the Cape Epic, which just finished, and of course Rotorua, where Crankworks was happening. Also Portugal Cup downhill. But first, I want to mention this really great campaign that's going on in the UK. I'm hoping it's going to go global at some point, but it's got a great idea behind it. It's called Trash Free Trails, and basically these guys behind the campaign are getting riders and trail lovers along to different venues around the UK to basically go on days where they clear up all the trash around the trails. There's a link in the description down below which will take you to the website, all their Instagram and Facebook social feeds and things like that, so you can look at dates if you're in the UK and you want to do it. And also how to get in contact with them if you want to help them make this go global and make sure we keep all our trails trash free. So something I really like the sound of there. Right, let's get on to some race news. I'm going to start with the racing happening over in the Portugal Cup in Lausa. This is a great race that often sees some of the top pros turn up and get their racing head on just before the season really kicks off. And this one was no different. Ormere Pirion took the win. Fabulous win for him on the Common Sow. Obviously last year was a huge year for him, winning the World Cup Series and winning many big races. And taking some serious scalps, making himself very much one of the men to beat in 2019. Danny Hart took second on his Saracen, looking fast, looking excited, definitely talking about his bike in a very positive way over on his social media. So Danny's definitely up to speed. In fourth place, G. Atherton on his Atherton bike. What an outing for the first ride on an Atherton downhill bike. Fourth place in an international race. Well, international field. So great racing happening over there. In the women's, it was a win for Miriam Nicole. She was light years ahead of the competition, but yeah, she's definitely always going to be up to speed. So she'll be up against Tani Seagrave, who's over in Rotorua, and Rachel Atherton on that bike, who was down in Portugal, I think, but I'm not sure why she wasn't racing. If you know, let us know in the comment section down below. Right, let's head over to Rotorua for the EWS, and it was an absolutely incredible win for Martin Mays. He won every single stage, dominated on the GT. He's looking fast. He's started as he meant to go on from the end of last year, where he was simply brilliant. Sam Hill, the person we would have probably before the race been stacking him up against, came in 13th. He had some mechanical problems, so it wasn't a great round for him, and he's going to have to wait till next week in Tasmania to try and get back on the fighting battle with Martin Mays. Over in second place, which is really interesting, it was Keegan Wright, who was having an absolutely brilliant Rotorua, and Florian Nicolai was in third place. Really great results. Yeah, Win Masters down in 8th as well. He was going well, but had a bit of a prank. In the women's, it was a fantastic win for Isabeau Couturier. She takes her second ever EWS win. I think she won in Tasmania back in 2017, maybe. Yeah, she took the win, dominated the round. It wasn't a huge winning margin at the end, only 10 seconds over Morgan Shah, and then Bex Barona from the UK in third place. Great result for her. Becky Cook also in 5th. Obviously, Rotorua very busy, lots of things happening in the Crankworks event. Slopestyle winner was Brett Reeder, beating out Thomas Lemoyne. In the downhill, Tracy Hanna took the win, and in Brooke McDonald, very popular win in the men's downhill. Right, moving over to the Cape Epic. Now, this was a race I was eagerly awaiting. Really wanted to see how Nino Schurter and Lars Forster did against a pretty tough field, actually. Truth is, they dominated the race, even though I think it was in stage 3, they lost their lead and really had to battle back. But by the end, they had a pretty strong win. They had 7 minutes by the end over Manuel Fumic and Henrik Avancini, who had kept trying to come back on their Cannondales, but unfortunately couldn't really put up a battle against Schurter and Forster, who are a very strong pairing. In the women's, it was Annika Langvad and Anna van der Bregen who were completely dominant. They were masterful in the women's and they took the win overall with ease. But it's a fabulous looking race of the Cape Epic now. It looks better and better every year. Some great looking turns this year, really flowy trails, which I think looks like an amazing amount of fun. And I think at some point we've got to put a GMBN team together. It's my personal opinion.
And last but certainly not least is the fact we have a brand new presenter here at GMBN Tech, except he's not here right now with us. His name's Henry. He's an ex-World Cup mechanic and he's actually out in Rotorua for us at the moment. He's been living in New Zealand for a while and he's going to be joining us here at the GMBN Tech studios at the end of April. So you're going to get to meet him properly then, but for now I'm just going to throw you over to Henry so you can meet him for the first time.
We're here in New Zealand, it's Crankworx Rotorua and it's the start of a new season. This is the first opportunity we're going to have to check out a lot of the new tech the teams will be running. So let's go check it out.
Whoa, wait, my bad. Lights back on. I forgot one very important thing. The MTB Eliminator Cup kicked off this weekend as well in Barcelona. And I tell you what, this is important because we're going to be live streaming these races over on the GCN Facebook page. That's got a live stream ability to it. It's something we've been doing with the cyclocross and it's been very successful. So you're going to be able to watch these races live as they take place throughout the year. So the first round has happened in Barcelona. It was a very cool mountain bike festival. It took place at where they had some dual slalom on the streets of Barcelona, a downhill urban race as well, which looked really, really cool. But in the Eliminator World Cup, these are some names we're going to get used to and we're going to need to get genned up on because we're going to be watching them all year. So the winner in Barcelona was Jeroen van Eck. That's like, Van Eck, he's fast. And then in second place it was Alberto Fernandez and third was Felix Klausmann, who I remember from last year in the race news. In the women's, it was Marion Fromberger who took the win. And then we had Ella Holmgaard and Sophia Jacobsen in third place. So some really great racing coming from Barcelona, and the Eliminator is something we can definitely get into. That really cool fours up knockout racing that brings cross-country into the streets. Right, okay, now we've also got some competition winners to announce. This is for the Toe Peak Tubi Booster unboxing winners and the ASOS MTB Trail Collection, which is fabulous looking stuff. Let's do the Toe Peak stuff first because there's lots of names. So if your name is on the screen now, you are a winner of the Toe Peak unboxing kit. So well done, congratulations to you if you see your name on screen. Now, in the ASOS competition, this kit looks absolutely awesome. I really like it. We got Blake to try it on. It wasn't his size, but it's certainly very lightweight kit. And the winners in that for the men's kit is Peter Berenier. You are a winner, and Karen Long, you get the female kit. So well done to you guys. Right, let's get on with the show. Good news this week. Love it. It's all happening, isn't it?
Loads of news going off everywhere.
Oh, yeah. The season is underway. I love that. Right, now, we were talking about Chris Ackrig earlier on. It's time for a bit of a quiz. Like a bit of a quiz. Right. Chris, got a question for you. Chris Ackrig, amazing videos. But to me, he's a trials rider. He was a very successful one in international competing trials rider. How many times did Chris Ackrig win the British Trials Championship? Good question.
British Trials Championship.
Wait a second. Before you answer, why don't we just have a little bit of a look at some fails and bails to it and see what comes up.
Oh! You alright?
No!
Flipping heck.
Some nasty ones there this week.
Flipping heck. Wow. Oh man. 1,000 bells gives me the shivers a little bit.
Does me, yeah. Makes me realise how nasty this sport can actually be.
Yeah, thanks for sending those in. Very exciting. Now, before I asked you, how many times has Chris Ackrig won the British Trials Championship? Your answer, Chris Smith, what is it?
6, I want to say.
6?
6 times.
What's your answer? Go on. He's right. 6.
6.
How do you not know that? Oh my God.
I thought it was quite a few times, but yeah, I was going to go with 5, but I thought, nah, give him a bonus one, 6.
6,
He's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
so
the kid's a genius.
Did he beat you a few times?
Hacks and bodges! Hacks and bodges! Hacks and bodges! Hacks and bodges! Yes! Hacks and bodges. £100 to give away.
Whoa.
Cash in our hand, Chris,
Nice.
that we can just give out. I love it. Right, Hacks and Bodges this week's going to be a lot of fun. Got some very good ones for you, Chris. I'm going to let you decide. I'm going to start with Jeff. This is Jeff. Let me find Jeff's little hack. Here. Yeah, Jeff has done a very nice job. Look at this. He paints cars, Jeff, right? So he's done, look at this shot. He's done his bars and his cranks and bits on his frames in this kind of red finish with a splatter paint effect from the black, but proper pro. Look at that. Look at that. It's got like clear coat top on it.
Yeah. Super.
It's done
cool,
the whole bike. Look at those shots. Oh, nice. Cool. So that's like a custom hack this week from Jeff. I quite like.
Looks good.
So peruse that one at your leisure. Next up, we have got a CARPENTOPOLIS. Bloody name. Right, here we go. This is quite a good one. Carpet has
Carpet.
made. Oh man, this makes me uneasy.
Like a
Cameraman's holding his head. He's made kind of clip pedals.
toe clips. Didn't we have them like 10 years ago?
Yeah, okay.
20 years ago.
Right. It's a good idea. In the sense.
idea.
No, wait.
Right.
Wait. Hear me out. He's done it well. It's not a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea in the first
But
place,
it's been done well. Colour, nice. Pedal choice, nice. And it works. If you put your toe in, just give it a little twist, you're clamped in. But it doesn't belong in mountain biking.
Not anymore.
No.
What does it belong in? It used to belong in.
I think it belongs in
90s
like
mountain
track. They use a bit of toe clip in track, don't they?
Yeah, maybe keep on the fixie.
So we're on the fence, heavily on the fence on whether you should do this, but as you have done it, Carpet, you've done it well. But I don't think you're going to win any money this week. But there we are, you're in the running. You never know, Chris might lose his mind and give it to you. Last up, we have got Rob. I really like this one, right? So Rob has got a really nice canyon. It's got a really nice canyon, okay? And his trails are 20 kilometres away, right? And he's got his bike all set up for riding. He's got his downhill kit, all his pads, all that. And he needs to get there, but riding there when you want to ride all your downhill, 20, it doesn't work.
Kind of
so
sucks a bit
he's
on the downhill
built
bike.
this. Look at this.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
That
is
is
super
insane,
cool.
right? He's modified his granddad's old bike trailer.
Yeah.
So now he's got these boxes on there and this rail that he can put his canyon on. He thought this is going to be crap, right? But he made it. It's amazing. Apparently he uses it. His mates put all their stuff in the boxes. He rides all the way to the trails. They can then lock the things that they don't use in his bike trailer
cool.
whilst they spend the day at the trails. They use it every single week, he said.
It's amazing. Good things for the environment.
That is
as well,
brilliant,
right?
isn't
He's
it?
not using a big car uplift
No
truck.
car, I get that. He's towing his own
is
bike
good.
there.
For me, Mark, that is the one.
Is that your winner?
That's the winner.
Right, Rob, you have won £100. I suggest, congratulations, you take your friends to Chain Reaction Cycles website and buy them something nice to go in them boxes. That is some is some hack or bodge. Nice, good efforts this week. Still out there on the old toe clip, but there you go. If you've got a hack or a bodge you'd like to send us, we'd love to see it. We have some brilliant ideas from you guys. Send it into the GMBN uploader, links in the description down below, and you could be winning £100 next week. I don't get over giving away £100.
It's a lot of money, isn't it? A lot of bike parts are £100.
Yeah, we never see any of it though, do we?
Fortunately not.
Nightmare. Okay, greatest moments. Now, last week we were talking about your greatest moments inspired by that amazing shot from Blake and Neil at Andy's Pacifico, right? We had absolutely tons of these. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. And they're all so good, right? I think we're actually going to do a greatest moment show.
That'd be cool.
Like a whole video just about your greatest moments, because there's so many. And in this show, in the Dirt Shed show, we've got time to show
a few,
maybe 3. So and they're so good, so I don't want to miss out on that opportunity. So we're going to do a whole greatest moments show, but let's take a look at just a few examples, because it's great seeing the riding or the location you've got to, but hearing the little stories that go with it. So it's really great. I'm going to start with this one, Chris, from ERIKA out in California. The 3 of us, her and her 2 friends, are super close but live on opposite coasts in the US. So it's an amazing time when we can have an adventure together. My birthday ride through the California redwoods last year. That sounds nice, doesn't it?
That's amazing.
Last year was miles and miles of climbing, but we were rewarded with these stunning views. Look at that. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Arms around each other, looking out.
Share the ride.
Oh, I love it. Great moment. Yeah, what else? Who else have we got this week?
We've got this one in from AIDAN. He's out in Ventura in California. He's on his 2007 Specialized Enduro, jumping over his friends. This was lit, he says. I can remember doing stuff like that as a kid, Mark, jumping over my friends.
This was lit.
Looks super cool out there. It's a cool spot as well.
Have you got a picture like that you look at and just like, that's everything I ever wanted to do on my bike? I've got a shot of myself. I'd be embarrassed to share
I remember lying down, I think about 10 kids in a row, and like we'd add another passerby on each time and try and clear them until you landed on the last person.
That is from AIDAN. That is great, AIDAN. I like that one a lot. We've got some others here. This one, I really like this one. I just love this shot. This is a brilliant shot.
Cool.
It's Aaron. He's Scott Genius. It's in Banff National Park in Canada. He said it's just an unforgettable ride, but I think everything is said in Aaron's face in that shot. Just like, yes! Claiming life. I love it.
Cool, such an epic backdrop as well.
Yeah, so your greatest moments, look out for that show coming on the channel, all about your greatest moments. We're going to make you guys the star of that one, but thanks for sending them all in. Very good fun looking through them. Yep, that was some great moments, but now it's time to send it!
Yeah, boy! Yeah!
Great sends.
Amazing.
Great. I love send of the week. It's awesome. We're getting some brilliant ones, aren't we?
Sketchy stuff, but some really cool stuff in there as well. I love that.
What was your favourite?
I think Jelma on his Canyon Nerve, trying that first try front flip into the leaf. That was pretty amazing.
I asked the viewers to try that last week. I was joking. But he went for it.
Literally there, 99% there. A little bit more commitment and you got it. So,
nice race top too.
What was yours, Matt?
I really like this one. It's crazy on these steps. Check this out. This is Andy. Man, he is hanging on. Look at this.
Lucky.
Whoa!
I was going to say nearly cleared that second step, but nearly a nose roll after it.
It just hangs on, doesn't it? But it's very exciting send. Fair enough, you did send it. Send is for you to do. No one can tell you what is a send for you. It's yours.
Yeah.
If you find it difficult and it's just beyond your comfort zone, you're sending it. Definitely. Love it.
Keep
Love
pushing
that
those limits.
Yeah, absolutely. And keep sending them in to us. Right, caption contest.
So it's time for caption contest, and this is last week's photo. Big Whoosh going right over the photographer's face. We got this one in from Matt Curran. One fake tan coming right up.
Nice, nice. I like this one from Cyan T, who says, "In Soviet Russia, you do not hit trail. Trail hits you."
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Sammy Levin, filming this close, got him grit in his teeth.
Oh, that's clever.
It's good.
I like it. Right, we've got to pick a winner. Whoever wins gets a GMBN water bottle or maybe a GMBN pot pack. I'm not sure what we're sending this week, but it'll be something GMBN and very cool.
I like
go on, you choose.
Sammy Levin, that last one, filming this close, got him grit in his teeth.
You are a winner. Right, this is this week's photo. I found this one in our uploader. Take a look at this, Chris. I like it a lot. See if you can come up with a caption straight away. Look at that.
Oh my God.
I think I've got one.
Got him.
Caked. Caked. When a front wheel's caked. I like that.
God. It's like, I don't know, mud plug-in or...
That's going to be hard to beat. Right, that is going to be hard to beat. If you've got a caption for that picture, go for your life. You could win yourself a GMBN goodie, like a water bottle or a pot pack. Best of luck. Let's get going with the show. Okay, time to start looking at what you guys have been saying on the channel this week in the comment section below the videos, and looking at last week's Dirt Shed show. Now, last week, Chris, you weren't here. We were asking the viewers to come up with some nicknames for our very own Neil Donahue, right? Because we've got, while he's not here, I'd only say this while he's not in the room because he doesn't like this, okay? We think he's like our Richard Hammond, the hamster from Top Gear. Or whatever they're on now. It's not Top Gear, is it? It's something else.
Yeah.
And yeah, we think Neil's like our guy because he's on the limit, Neil, isn't he?
Super fast.
He's super fast. He doesn't really necessarily know how fast he's going.
He hasn't knocked it down again.
No, he just won't slow down, and he's had a few pranks. Okay, he's had a few injuries. So we're thinking of a new nickname for him. You know, our hamster. Okay, so we had some good suggestions. So here we go. Benjamin Verspeak says Neil Black and Blue Donahue. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Andrew Martin, Neil Down Again.
Donegan, Neil Donegan. Yes, I like that one. What about from Nick D? This one's genius. Nick D says Neil Donahue. Sometimes it feels like that. Oh, like that
Photo
one.
store. Neil's name Terrier. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. I like that as well.
I tell you what, that is a bit like Neil.
True.
Yeah, I mean that kid. He just. I like this one. I think this might be the winner, and it might stick. Obsolete says Neil Danger Hugh. I like that. He's dangerous. I like that a lot. Very, very funny. Thanks for sending in those suggestions. Neil will hate every single one of those. But Neil Danger Who, I like that one a lot. We also were talking last week about fails and bails and send it and how much we enjoy that. And Mr. Zigged when he should have zagged sent in a really great suggestion. He's saying what we should do is mix send its with fails and bails. Right. So as you're watching it, you're not sure if it's going to work out.
Or you have like a vote at the end of it.
Well, no, you just play it and everyone just has to watch it in utter tension. Like, is this a send or a crash? And they just don't know.
That sounds cool.
I like that idea. Yeah. We might try that next week because that could be a lot of fun. Right, let's take a look at what's coming up on the channel this week. Right, it's going to be a busy week. What are you looking forward to, Chris?
On Wednesday, I'm really looking forward to this video. It's how to descend anything on a mountain bike. That should be pretty cool.
Perfect. We all need to watch that one.
Definitely.
We've got vlog 2 from Blake on his South American trip when he went to Patagonia. Looking forward to that. It's been a very popular video series, really so check that out this week.
And on the Monday, we've got a real special Asa Pros coming all the way from Rotorua in New Zealand as well. Really looking forward to seeing what those guys
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Crankworks kicking off. Everything happening over Rotorua, so that's really cool. Don't miss any of that stuff. It's all going to be fantastic. It's time to look at some post. We've got some post in for the Dirt Shed show, which I love. I've got no idea what's in here, and I'm slightly nervous to open it, but I like doing it on camera just in case it's wild. Oh dear, I'm not very good at this. Feels like it might be
stickers. How you open envelopes, just like me. I always get told off. You meant to do them like on the side, but just rip the end off.
Oh look, we've got a little letter explaining what's going on. Here we go. Right, to GMBN. Hello, my name is William Hobbs. I sent you an email last week asking for a signed photo of Blake Sampson. You replied saying that you could sort this out for me. I'm sure we can. Blake Sampson's a very A very, what's the word?
Accommodating
chap, yes. I'm sending you my stamped addressed envelope. I look forward to getting it. Send it! I get it. Get it?
Oh, I like it.
So, wait, hang on a second. Is all you've sent me is a...
Stamped addressed envelope.
Okay, William, we'll send that to you. Well, I can't help but say I'm slightly disappointed. One, there's nothing in there for me. And two, what's wrong with our autographs? There's other presenters on this channel, you know. It's not the Blake Sampson channel. Well, that'll probably be as good. Well, thank you for that, William. We will get it signed and sent to you straight away. But next time, you know, some gifts, please.
Some chocolate.
Yes. Right, it's time for the bike vault. Yep, time for the bike vault, and now, right, you can play along.
Wow.
Oh my God, it's so good. You can go on our Instagram, and in our stories, you can play along with this Dirt Shed show, so you don't have to agree with us anymore. No. You can nice or super nice it yourself. It's fantastic.
Super
have a
cool.
go at it. I'm so chuffed about it.
I had a little play on it yesterday. It's cool.
Brilliant. It's very addictive. Yeah, so make sure you get involved with that. But here we go. We're going to decide. We're doing the actual decide if it's super nice or not. So, right, let's start off with... Jonathan's Cannondale Jekyll. Oh, man. Well, I tell you what. I'll get the bell ready because we all know what I'm going to say. But what do you think of that, Chris?
Liking it. Liking the location.
Finale Laguerre. Awesome 29-inch wheel Cannondale Jekyll.
Jekyll.
On a week-long trip to Finale Laguerre with my bike club. I mean... It's a super nice.
Picking it off,
Huge
nice.
super nice from me. I love it. Next up, we've got Danny's Merida in North Yorkshire. Good ride with the old man. Finally got my bike out. Here we go. It's a nice.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. Okay. What do you think, Chris? Whoa, Jonathan specialised in the Alps.
Whoa, I've been there as well. Looks super nice.
What are you giving it?
I'm going to give that a super nice.
Super nice.
Super nice. Amazing.
Super
nice.
Look at that. Very nice. Okay, next up we've got Jake's Trek in Missouri.
Nice.
No, I think that's more than nice. Super nice. That's super nice. Hoob's Cube Reaction in the woods of Littletown. Nice.
Liking it.
Nice.
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 Oh.
It's a nice bike. Nice.
Moving
nice.
on then. Wow. This is close to my heart. Get crazy on that bell, mate.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
The first bike that I started off riding, and I've got that exact bike in my shed. It's nearly as good as that, actually. It's like, I saw it, where did I see it? On Facebook Messenger, and I messaged a guy, I was like, I need this bike. Went round, collected it.
Oh, so beautiful. That is a Monty B219. I had it, that was my first 20-inch trials bike as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like nothing else.
I rode it the other day. I cannot believe how bad it is to ride now. Actually,
actually, do you know what?
How short it is.
Here's a picture of my nan holding that bike. Look at that. Look, that's incredible, isn't it? That's the same bike. That was my first trials bike. And my nan is tiny. She was tiny.
Super nice.
Yeah, sadly passed away, but she's beautiful lady. Blodwyn, by the way. Right, let's keep going with the bike vault. Last one this week. Look at that.
Some crazy colours going on.
It's a box from. It's from Box. It's a custom enduro. Jesus, that is incredible. Look at that paintwork.
Is that a custom paint job? Is it?
It is beautiful, yeah.
Thoughts I'll make a boring bike less boring, so it's got to be a custom paint job. Super nice.
Super nice to end the bike vault this week. Thank you for sending your bikes in. If you want to get in the bike vault, get a super nice, then get down to the GMBN uploader and send it to us. Make sure you play along this week. See if you give it a nice. There'll be a few more bikes in there as well, just for fun. Enjoy. Right, time to give our shop a bit of a plug. Now, if you're like Mecky here, look at him in that race top, looking splendid, out in the Forest of Dean in the UK. You can get yourself a GMBN race top right now. They are rated consistently 5 out of 5.
Well, that's some good rating.
That's some good ratings. That's got to be good. So head over to the shop, right, I'm doing the big sale here, and support us, because basically all of that merchandise, right, where you can get GMB and it makes you part of the crew, but it also helps us go out and make those videos. So yeah, head over to the shop, see if there's anything you like, but the race tops, I can promise, 5 out of 5.
5 stars.
5 stars. It has been a fabulous show this week. Thank you. Right, we've got one thing left to do though, Chris.
Yeah, what's that?
Blake Sampson. Blake. Come on.
Hello.
I called Blake in, right? You know, your poster.
Yeah.
Come in, Blake, come in.
Come in?
Yeah, can I come in?
He's coming in. Sit yourself on Chris's seat
there,
with Chris.
Make a cat sick.
Right, so just to finish off, I've got Blake Sampson's in because there's something we need to do. Blake, I got you to bring in your favourite greatest moment
My
poster.
greatest moment ever?
Yes,
I'm going to frame it and everything.
No, you're not. Dude, sign it. Sign it.
Why?
Right?
Well, it's
You're
going
going
on
to
my
love
wall.
this. No, you're going to love this. Because look, William Hobbs wants a signed Blake Sampson photo, and I thought, what better photo? Look, he's even sent us the stamped addressed envelope.
way!
Yes. Right. So
Oh,
this guy's a big fan. If you sign your favourite photo, put it in here and we'll send it to William.
William.
Brilliant.
I-
Go on, dude. You,
Yeah, alright.
you were there. You don't need the photo.
I'll do that for William.
You don't need the photo. That's cool. Got a story.
There you go.
William, it's on its way, just
coming
like
to
we
you.
promised. Right. Thank
am I
you for
gonna do?
watching this week. You're going to try and get it in there. Good luck. Thanks for watching this week. It's going to be a great video session coming up on GMBN this week. We have got the Andes Pacifico video with Neil and Blake taking it all
yes.
on. So make sure you see that. You can click just here to see that. And then over where Chris is, it's our Send of the Month special.
Oh, that was a good one.
Some brilliant videos in there from you guys. So click on the old globe there to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, like. We'll see you next week. Blake, start folding. Get it in that pack. Go on.
What am I putting on my wall now?
Just get it in there. Come on, William needs it.
William does need it.